Hi, everybody. Welcome to the IDTMyWay podcast, where we explore innovation, design, and technology, and the ones that do it their way. So today I'm joined with Steven Garcia, who is a principal with Ameriscan. So hello, Steven. How are you?
Hi, Ashley. How you doing? Doing great.
Good,
Thank you for having
good.
me.
Of course. Thank you for joining. You and I have known each other for a long time, so it's really fun to have a friend
Since
on the
before you were
podcast.
born.
Long before I was born. So with that, I'll kind of just jump into your background. I kind of
Okay.
want to start with where did you go to school? Because it is related to how you know me.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, I'm also an Aggie. So we graduated from Texas A&M along with your dad, Dr. Alexander. And we were both in the Aggie band and the Corps of Cadets. And we had a good time there. And that's where I met your mom as well,
Mhm.
when Chris and she were dating. So known y'all for a while since the beginning.
Yes.
So yeah, we went to, it was a great time at A&M, graduated, and went on to the industry.
Cool. And then what specifically was your educational background? So what did you major in at A&M?
So my physical degree is in actual mechanical engineering technology. So that's what I've got my degree in.
Well, so with that, kind of give me a little bit of the background into how you got into industry. I know you got in as soon as you got out of college, but what was that like?
Yeah.
What was your
So I actually
introduction?
started work in the manufacturing sector
Mm,
with a plant that did a lot of work processing and making oils and antifreezes and things like that. And that led to work that I did with compact computers in their manufacturing and production facilities. Then I went on to stress engineering for about 21, almost 22 years,
mm,
where your dad and I worked together for a long time. And
mhm.
then got the idea to start this company. And so we've been doing this since March of 2018. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome. So kind of give me a little bit of background into, I guess, why you wanted to start and really dig in deep with what Ameriscan is doing and kind of give me the history of the company to begin with.
Okay. Okay. Well, the whole start of the company actually started with two things. Number one, we wanted to provide a very specialized inspection services using acoustics.
Mm,
And I had been doing that well the time I was at stress engineering. And we also had a need for laser scanning for the refineries. And so we basically combined those two services into one company. And we only specialize in those two things as of right now. At
mm.
some point, we'll probably venture out and do other things. But for now, we're specialized just in the acoustic emission inspection and the laser scanning specifically for coke drums. So, but the acoustics is industry wide. That type of testing is used in the chemical plants, refineries, power plants, pipelines, you name it. It's got a lot of uses, and so we specialize in performing tests in unusual circumstances using acoustics. So
Cool. That's awesome. So with that kind of, I mean, you just touched all of the awesome key points and
okay,
services that you guys offer, but what are, I guess, what are some of the benefits of the acoustics of doing the particular technology that you guys specialize in?
yeah, probably one of the biggest thing. It's referred to as non-destructive testing. We're able to do the type of inspection services without taking the equipment out of service. We don't have to remove insulation. We don't have to do anything to the equipment that's unusual out of this normal process. And that's one of the big advantages. The other advantage that we have is it's an extremely sensitive inspection method where we can find things that a lot of the other inspection types methods do not find.
Mm.
And so again, it's a very unusual, very specific type of inspection that is very unique. And we've just taken advantage of the equipment that's out there and some of our knowledge and try to put it to some use
I
to
love
help the
that.
clients. The big thing is help the client. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess with that, I kind of want to dig a little bit deeper into why specifically NDT in general is so valuable to industry and why, I guess, why more companies and larger corporations really should look at it.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing all you have to do is look at the industry out there, and all the catastrophic failures that
Mhm.
have happened that cause life and environmental damage. If you look at a recent case, there was a bridge crossing Interstate 40 going from Tennessee, I think, to Arkansas. They found a
Mm,
crack in the bridge, and this crack could have been very catastrophic.
mm,
Well, had they done inspection prior, they probably could have found that prior. But in general, if you look at what's happened in refineries and chemical plants, most of the catastrophic failures could have been prevented with
mm,
proper inspection. And
mm.
that's really the reason behind doing it, is try to find these problems before they show themselves catastrophically. So that's really the main reason. Yeah. Now for the laser scanning, again, the idea behind the laser scanning is to kind of get a picture of what's happening inside these coke drums. And with the laser, we can do some amazing things and measure things very precisely. So that's the reason why we do that. And we've
Mhm.
kind of got a pretty good method, and the clients seem to like it. So, it's a good industry.
That's awesome. And acoustics is different. I hear about all these other different types of technologies, but
Yeah.
acoustics seems to be very different. Is it new, or is it something that's just not taken off quite as much as it
No,
potentially
it's
can?
it's really it's not new. It's been around actually since the 60s, but
Mm,
the application of the technology to how we use it is very unique.
mm,
And we all have, you know, degreed backgrounds and a lot of experience testing things. So again, there's just not too many people that get into it, primarily because the level of training required is much more than the others.
got it.
And also the equipment is extremely expensive. And
Mm,
so keeps a lot of people out. So
mm. So with that, do you find the benefits of the acoustics to, mm, I guess, outweigh some of the other NDT options out there?
I don't think it outweighs. It's just a different type of
Mhm.
inspection depending on what it is. The one good thing about what we do is it complements all the others.
Mm,
So we actually use them kind of hand in hand, depending on what the client is trying to achieve.
gotcha.
So it really depends on what they need. What type of equipment is it? Is it in service? What type of material? What type of flaws are they expecting? That sort of thing. So it's kind of a start that leads into inspection or further inspection from other types of methods. So
Awesome. Sweet. Well, I
yeah,
love that. That's what I like, the real. It complements it. That's such a beautiful way to put it, because so
yeah,
many different companies do complement each other. So
yeah,
it's cool
yeah.
to
We're not
be
we're
real
not
about
necessarily in
it.
competition. We're just here to help the industry, and this is one of the methods. So
Awesome. I love that. Well, with that, kind of talking about complementing and helping the industry, I kind of want to talk a little bit about IDT Expo,
okay,
because we are so excited to have you there. We've seen your lovely
well,
face
thanks.
there in the past, but we're excited to have you there as an exhibitor this year at the June 4th event. So
Great.
with that, I guess kind of what were some of the benefits that you and your team saw in participating in IDT Expo?
Well, number one is just the variety of clients that are there. Everybody's looking to get information. The good thing
Mhm.
about expos, if you look back of all the years of all the conventions that people have had throughout the ages, the reason why you go is because you get exposed to things that you may not knew even existed.
Mm,
Some of the old expos of the 60s and 50s and all the cars that were coming out and technology that was coming out.
mhm,
The Consumer Electronics Show, you got things there that you didn't realize you needed.
mm,
So it's just a way to kind of see what is out there and get exposure to all of these different new ideas that people have come up with. And again, if you don't know it's out there, you don't know to use it. So there's kind of this technology gap that there's
mhm.
probably technology out there, but if you don't know about it, you can't use it. So it's really a great way to bridge the technology gap. So
That was so perfectly put. We'll just put
yep.
that on all the social media,
Okay.
all the
Well, do it.
things. No, that
Do it.
was perfect. So we will, for any of you guys interested in coming and meeting Steven and the Ameriscan team, they will be there at our June 4th event. We are so
Yep.
excited to have them. But Steven, thank you so much for coming and participating. If you are interested in participating in the June 4th event, and want to see more amazing companies like Ameriscan, be sure to register online at idtexpo.com. We have both an in-person and a virtual option for our meeting this year. Be sure to do that. It's free, and it's just an incredible resource, like Steven was just explaining. But Steven, thank you so much for coming and talking about your incredible company. And I'll see you on June 4th.
Sounds great, Ashley. Look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll see you. Bye bye.